What's up everybody, it is Colin here, and in this video we're going to do a live Q&A session in my Facebook group. So on the left side is my second screen, and I'm live in my Facebook group answering the questions from a post I did 2 hours ago, and I'm answering the comments which roll in on the live. So I see that the camera is frozen on Facebook because I'm recording this for YouTube, so apologies that I didn't swap out the screen. You can stare at that blank image. I hope you guys can still hear my voice. So let me just pick up this first question. So if I pronounce it right, your name is Janius. You're asking if I use any other traffic source. So basically I have a very extensive strategy regarding social pay-per-click. So what I do is Facebook and Instagram, and everybody's having a lot of ad account issues. As I said many times before, I cannot discuss what I do on YouTube and I cannot discuss it on Facebook. That's why I'm building a forum, and that's why I'm rolling out a new coaching program for people who are really serious into CPA and want to basically pick my brain about anything in specific. You can go to Snapchat ad, Pinterest ads, Reddit ads. Basically the social PPC is very horizontal. There are a lot of different traffic sources. What is hot right now is push notifications. A lot of affiliates are moving into push. There's tons of volume. It's kind of like pop, but then new. However, obviously there should be one Chrome update or Android update and the push traffic is entirely done. So I would say milk it while you can, but as any other traffic source with like significantly more volume, it can be done overnight. Same as for Snapchat. It used to be really easy, really profitable, and then 6 months ago it was very hard to get approved. They changed the algorithm a little bit and a lot of people got stuck. So that's what happened. So Marco said, all right, another question. Near is asking, are you using Facebook Pixel in your campaigns? Yes, I only run sweepstakes offers right now, and for all the sweepstake offers I run the same pixel. I haven't seemed to have any issues with that, and it optimizes very well. Why? I think it's an assumption, because the general audience who participates in sweepstakes is all the same. It doesn't matter which brand, doesn't matter which region, it overlaps. So in that sense, I think that's why it worked out really well. So Marco said the checklist for our landing pages with the offer to increase rate of conversion. Well, usually what I would do is I would follow the bridge page template. Oh, hang on. My live stream just went down. Why is that? Let me just put it back on. 1 second. Because there were like 50 people watching and now they're disconnected. Ooh. Publish it in my group. Live Q&A. All right, now I can just share the screen so it doesn't stop recording. All right, go live. Cool. All right, sweet. That's done. So basically what I was saying is for every single lander, you have the landing template, which I provide. That's what I was going to say. Sweepstake, bridge, template, funnel. You have 3 questions for the Facebook, 2 questions for Instagram. Use that. If for whatever reason the flow changes, the CR drops. No, the CR drops, you have to change the flow. That's it. Meaning, if you have a very low CR in the offer, you have to change the questions. Go from 3 to 4 questions, go from 3 to 2 questions. Usually the amount of questions is going to have an impact on the conversion rate. Not necessarily less is more CR. Usually less questions is lower CR because the people are not engaged. You need to engage them, warm them up for the offers. So it is less or more questions and then the specifications of the questions. That's why a lot of people are stuck at copywriting, finding unique angles, and that's what truly makes a difference between a good affiliate marketer and somebody who's just making like $10 or $100 a day. There's guys like me doing like 5 to 10K a day, just because we think of like insane angles. And if I have one angle which works really well, I can use it for 100 offers usually, because I think of really general angles. And that's also something which is quite difficult for beginners to grasp, is the importance of angles. Like how you phrase things, how you word things, because first you're really focused on creating good ads, finding good images, the landing page, the tracking setup, all that shit. But as soon as you figure that the fuck out, what are you going to do? Like, you have no work to do. You have to basically think about creative aspects. Like, what I usually do is I read a lot of competitor copy, not because I'm going to copy their copy. I'm just going to read it for inspiration and then mix it with my own content. And that's basically always how I've come to my angles. Usually either somebody gives me a good angle, or I combine two different angles into one new angle. And I elaborate on that obviously in my paid products. Well, Hendrik is asking techniques to increase CR. Yeah, that's basically what I just said. Change the images, change out the questions. If you have done 10 different variable split tests and if CR is not improving, you can always swap out the offer. So what I usually do in my tracker, I put in like 3 to 5 different offers from different networks, but it's all the same offer. So for instance, if I'm doing like Tesco in the UK, I'm logging into 5 different networks, finding the same offer from different networks and see which EPC and CR is the highest. What's the average CPC you would aim for with an offer with a payout of $3.50, David? If that would be a sweepstake offer, it would have to be Australia, I would say, or maybe Nordics. But I thought you mentioned you ran Bing before. The CPC is all relative. The only thing that matters is EPC. So based on the EPC, let's say you have an EPC of 25 cents, I would say your CPC has to be at least 21 cents or less to make like 10%. No, you would making like 20% ROI at that point. In that sense that I have a benchmark of 30% minimum, I would have to go to 20 or even 19.5 cents. In that sense, we always work from EPC back. So the most important metric is EPC, then you have CR, landing page, CTR, CPC, that's based on the click-through rate of the ad, is based on CPM. That makes a CPM, that makes a CPC. So for the ad level, CTR is the most important factor. The higher your click performance, the lower the CPC, because the lower the CPM. On your landing page, high landing page CTR is important because more people are going to see the offer. However, you have 3 more variables. You can make clickbait copy on the ad level. A lot of people are going to click, but they're not going to click through the landing page. That's absolute garbage, obviously. If you have the landing page and people are going to clicking through like 95% to the offer, but they don't convert, that's also garbage. So there are a lot more factors in play than just throwing up a page, running a campaign copy paste. You have to think. That's really important. So you have to get the lowest cost per click with the highest quality traffic, the highest click-through rate with the highest engaged audience, so you can get the highest CR, which will result in the highest EPC. Science. What's your tip for creative that's convert? Well, obviously on social PPC, I've set the banners around images, circles. Other than that, it really depends on the offer, what you could do. For Instagram, I like to use pretty girls. Yeah, it really depends on the offer. So if you could give me an example, I could probably elaborate better. What is your opinion about the tracker of volume? Well, I used volume when I was beginning, then they increased the price by like 200% and I moved to Bynum. Here you see Bynum. Is it good to do 3 landers in one offer to test? Well, first of all, I would go with the lander I provide you. That is sufficient. If you want to rotate landers, then I would go from like 3, 4, 5 questions or 2, 3, and 4 questions. But that usually is never necessary. From my experience, the 3 questions always work with Facebook and 2 questions always work with Instagram. And when I say always work, I mean 95% of the time. So I rarely touch the lender, I rarely change the questions. Usually if the traffic doesn't convert, it's either the wrong targeting or the wrong offer at the back end. What do you think about Bing ads? Fine. Exoclick for adult traffic, fine. I don't have much opinions about traffic sources. I think every network does its best to give the highest quality traffic. It's up to you to make it work. So I never point fingers saying they got shit traffic. You just gotta make it work. And even if they send you shit traffic, you have to be able to let it convert. If Door is saying after 2 days you get around 40 leads and 0 conversions, then he would mean leads, would say clicks probably, yeah. Should you run it for the 3rd day? Well, I will say follow the 3-day rule, but don't follow it like a retard, basically. So if you're spending like $60 a day on the 3-day rule, you have spent $120 and not a single conversion, and your conversion is maybe like $30, then just kill it, because the chances are that you're going to make 4 sales in 1 day to break even, very, very low, the odds. But if you want to stick to the rule for the discipline, then follow the 3-day rule. When it comes to sweepstakes, I always say follow the 3-day rule. Why? Because the payouts are so low. Therefore, the spend is also low. And I've seen it happen that 0, 0, and then the 3rd day you get 8 conversions and you're even profitable. No, you're not profitable, but you're close to break even, sorry. Because you would need 9 conversions to be at break even. But just saying that is an interesting factor, but I would just say stick with the 3-day rule just to create your own discipline there. I've noticed that my clicks are getting vaporized. Oh, that's interesting. Today, for example, Facebook Ads Manager show landing page views versus MacBounty clicks, missing about 150 clicks. How to deal with the issue, how to stop the leakage. Well, it's not leakage really. What you have to take into consideration, these are people who are not clicking through your lender. So let me just open this image up a little bit bigger. From the 752 people, almost 600 people click through to your lender, which is to your offer page, which is not bad at all. It's really normal. Yeah, so I wouldn't worry about it at all. It's good. It's a good ratio. You could improve it by changing the questions, as I mentioned earlier. Those tactics. Let me just grab a sip of water. Alrighty. If you guys have any questions who are watching this live, feel free to comment your questions and I will pick them up. Alright, how do you choose a winner CPA offer when it's profitable? Super easy. You cannot know without testing. It all comes down to test. Right, what is a good budget for a beginner to start? The budget will only be for ads. $1,000, $500. I usually say $500 to $1,200. Obviously, because I begin with $1,200, but if people are really eager to start, I think $500 would be best. But minimum, not less. Like 1,000 is probably better for you to keep up the momentum and get on weekly payouts. Because if you start with 500, cash flow is for sure going to be a very big struggle for you. If I have one campaign with 3 ad sets and 5 ads each, can I use sub ID at the ad level? So to use only 3 sub IDs? Yes, for sure. Yeah, that would mean that you would only swap out the targeting, basically. Yeah, that will make sense. That will be fine. How often do you get your ad accounts banned? Well, that's not a question we are supposed to ask here. That also means that you are out. Because people who cannot read the group rules don't belong here. All right, so I guess that's that. I guess we are all done. Oh, one more question. Any indicator which implies that a certain offer is oversaturated? No, you only learn by testing. Cannot know anything in advance. People always want to know, and all you have to do is run the campaign, test everything, test the ads, test the interest, and stop overthinking shit. Because the chances are that an offer is oversaturated is 0.01%. Do I use BeamUp? Fuck no. Why would I use BeamUp? It's one of the fucking shittiest tracking softwares out there. Oh my god, it's free. Obviously it's free because it's fucking shit. You get what you pay for in that sense. Like, I hate people fucking posting in my group, can you do a video about BeamUp? Fuck no. Any software that is free is fucking rubbish. You can say it's better than nothing. No, use fucking sub IDs. What do you imagine how much data they collect by you using their links? It's fucking retarded. Can you make a video on spy tools? I could do that for sure, but I don't really use any spy tools. I looked into, what was it called again? The Facebook ads, spy, magic ads, that was it called. Made like a free trial account, it was fucking rubbish. Only showed some e-com ads. It only had like 3 affiliate ads and they were like super spammy. Doesn't even make sense. Like, I think if you do have the money to invest in spy tools, you should, but only for inspiration. They shouldn't be your main source of information. And I think for social PPC, it's not even the right way to go, really. Usually the ads, let's say for sweepstakes, the ads which pop up in a spy tool for sweepstakes, these offers have been burned out. Like, I think one of my ads, somebody sent one of my ads like a month and a half ago to me, and I think I already did like 200K on that offer. Oh, you're gonna find it in the spy tool and copy it? Doesn't matter, it's already fucking burned out. I ripped apart the entire audience, so doesn't make sense. All right. So Asif is saying that he's going to start his first campaign in a day or 2, and he's in a learning phase. Yeah, follow the 3-day rule and take the 3-step training, which is inside the Facebook group. Monty says he lost my straightforwardness. Yeah, man, I just keep it real. That's what I think, and you cannot expect free tools to be working. Chirac is asking espresso. No, I don't use any of these softwares which make your work overcomplicated. I like to keep it simple. I think the tracker is essential for CPA marketing. That's why I use it. But even if I could read the data more properly without a tracker, I wouldn't use it. I try to not overcomplicate things, and I try to put my emphasis on action. And that's also what I will implicate in my coaching program, really big. So for the people who've been asking that, I've seen a lot of comments about that in my Facebook group. I'll be coaching 10 people for a month just to see how I like it. It goes live this weekend. You have 3 days to make a decision, but I'm only letting in 10 people. It will be a high ticket product, obviously, but it's all focused on action. No more thinking, only doing. Mustafa is asking if he has to cloak sweepstakes. You can, but I never did it. I don't see any reason to. Fidi, what type of offers are suitable for Bing ads? Make money online, crypto, I guess. I don't know if that's allowed. Crypto and casino, maybe. Nutra, obviously, very, very big. Like CPA offers, credit card trials. So credit card submits. Yeah, that will be a good one for like in the sweepstakes genre. So Fidi, to answer your question, which was posted here, you asked BeamUp or RedTrack. Obviously, I'm going to choose RedTrack because I have partnered with them. So I will never choose BeamUp over RedTrack because I have a partnership with RedTrack. I'm biased through that. But, I have to say but, if you're going to pick a tracker, pay for the fucking tracker. Don't use any free software. There's always a catch when you use something for free. Usually 99% of the times they collect data. And you don't want, like one thing I'm super paranoid about in my business is that I process so much data through my tracker. It has like probably millions of dollars worth of data information. My pixel is super hot on Facebook. And that's why I'm also tracking with Google Analytics, all that shit. So I control everything. And even if I have to share my data with Facebook, I want to know that I'm in control and not unnecessarily sharing it with others if I can prevent it. Yep. All right. Can you tell us what CPC we need to aim by country so we never settle for less? The minimum I got. Okay. Well, it's not really to say because I wouldn't compare you to me. And that's not about being cocky or arrogant. It's about you don't make the ads I make. So if I say I get like 0.04 in Germany, you probably will not be able to reach that. And for you as a benchmark to achieve that, I would just say always try to improve. The better is never best. So good, better, best is a very good scenario in that sense, where you're always at better. You're never at best, because if you're at best, you're probably a Jeff Bezos right now, which you're not. Right, Bing ads, yeah, for sure. Bing ads, I think, is not really that scalable in that sense, but you could probably make like 10 to 50K with very little effort. You just have to do a lot of research. It's been around a long time. It's probably dominated by like 100 big players. First, you need to just grab the low-hanging fruit, long-tail keywords, just like Google, and then move your way up from there. I've seen like this guy who's in the group, who's messaged me a couple of times. I think he started 2 months ago, and right now he's about $350 a day, just on Bing, which I think is pretty good as a side hustle. It's just very different. Search is very different from social, because on social you have the pattern interrupt, and on search people actually searching for the content. What do you think about native ads? I think native ads are not for beginners because they require a very significant investment. I would say anywhere from 1 to 10K on testing an offer, making it profitable. But as soon as it's profitable, it's also very unstable, which it could be stable, but could also be unstable. Like, it's more for advanced marketers, I would say. Let me just read this. All right. If we are promoting different offers, do we need to create new pages for particular niches, or are branded pages also work? Does that affect? Well, I would never run branded pages. So for instance, if you say Aldi, an Aldi offer, and you do like Aldi shoppers, the chances of you getting a copyright strike on your account, very, very big. And I've had that before multiple times. So I do not recommend that, because if you get three strikes on your business manager, your entire business manager with all ad accounts gets banned. What I recommend you to do is go for generic names. So in that sense, you just pick like stupid names like win, shoppers to win, or something like that, or like moms who win, something random like that. And you can just run all the offers under that same name. Is push ads safe for a newbie like me? As I said way in the beginning when I started this YouTube journey, pick one traffic source and master it before you move to something else. Pick one vertical, meaning category of offers. Stick with it until you make it successful. If you keep changing, oh Bing, social traffic, native ads, you're never gonna accomplish shit. How much is the coaching program? It's 1,000 euros, so about $1,200. It only has 10 spots for the first trial run, just to see if I like it. I'm going to put together a sales page of what is included over the next couple of days, but I think I already have 3 people who are in, so I only need like 7 more people. I don't think that's a big thing to achieve. I will probably sell out the same day, and I'm not trying to push any scarcity. I'm not going to put a lot of work in the sales page, just one video with an order form attached to it, because I know that there's a lot of demand for this. But like before I was thinking about doing it for 50 people, but it's just too much. Maybe I don't like it. I will not put in the amount of work I would think I would put in, and that's why I just do it for 10 people now. Have a good layout, do it for a month, see if I like it, and we can move from there. Maybe I do like it, maybe I don't, so we'll see about that. And I obviously understand that 1,000 euros is a lot of money for most people, but it's also priced that way because I don't want to work with people who have never run an ad before. I would like to have some people either who have sufficient capital to test heavy and test big, like 10 to 50 campaigns a day, up and running according to the 3-day rule, which is like, let's say that would be like 3, 6, 5, it would be like 150 to maybe like $400 a day in spend as a beginner, but you also reach success really quickly that way. But yeah, let's not talk about it that much because I don't try to push the coaching was just a question which was asked. I'm not going to promote it on YouTube or anywhere else. It's just something for the Facebook group, really, which I enjoy doing and trying to give back a little more of the knowledge which is has been asked. All right, cool. Any more questions? Oh yeah, there's a couple. Do I need different domains for different offers? I just answered that question. Regarding to pages, you can do the same with domains. Let me see. Yeah, Mustafa's asking, do you recommend to do Bing alone or with Facebook? I would say focus on one traffic source first, master it, and then move on. Don't move between traffic sources because you will not accomplish shit. Which is best, push ads or Facebook ads? There's no best. It all depends on you and making it work. If there would be something that is easy, then everybody would do that, but it's not. So there's nothing that is easy and nothing that is best. The pixel does not get disturbed between different offers, if that's your question, and you don't need a different domain. You can run everything through the same domain. Just make sure that you have backup domains once your domain gets blacklisted. If you run Facebook ads, that is. I'm targeting one interest for a grocery offer. The offer is profitable. When I'm scaling, would you recommend testing broad or testing another interest first? I want to test both, but I don't have enough cash flow. If you don't have enough cash flow to add one more variant to your test, I would just straight scale the profitable offer, to be honest. I wouldn't go into a different audience unless the audience size is like fucking small. Then obviously go broad. But other than that, if you don't have enough cash flow and you already have a campaign which is profitable, like ad set level which is profitable, then pick up that one and just do a straight scale on that bitch. That would probably be best. That would probably make you the most amount of money, so you get out of those cash flow struggles, which I know are a huge pain. All right, cool. Any more questions? No, I think we're pretty much done. So I'm gonna wrap this up. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys learned a thing or two. This is all just advice. It's not the only way you can do things. This is just how I do things, how I think about this. These are all my opinions. They're not facts. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the next video.